Great to have you join us on this edition of ArtHouse. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Let's check out our lineup for today. We enjoy Hazi's art exhibition of variety of works of art in Lagos. Then in another part of the commercial city, these massive works of art have been created by an artist for his solo show. We enjoy this, your works of art, and more when we hear from our veteran author for this week.
If you don't like my story, write your own.
Yes, Chinwe Achebe's legacy continues to live on. Some inspiration there from someone who definitely knew his onions. Now to our first feature. Hazi's African Maritime Art is an exhibition at Alliance Francaise in Lagos.
A map of the continent surrounds the Hazi's African Maritime Art Exhibition logo to prepare viewers for this show, which displays the variety of works of art in Africa, which has abundant talent in different spheres of life and is on marine life.
The maritime industry is very key to our being, whether it's economic or social being, whether it's cultural being, because a lot of communities within Africa are defined by their relationship with the water. So I think out of about 55 nations, we have 38 that are maritime countries. What this implies is that the African continent is rich in terms of marine life. We're rich in terms of opportunities for trade. We're rich in terms of aesthetics, beauty, and all that. We're rich in culture also, because when we talk our folklores, when we talk our legendaries, we talk about things like the mummy waters and all that. Those are concepts. They're just figments of it. So what this art is doing is to explore further, to see how truly this is and bring out the beauty in it.
In this movement, the organizer displays the gains of taking care of the environment as the exhibits capture sights and splendor, all related to the sea, so people who have never seen these breathtaking images can appreciate nature's gift.
Essentially, what we're doing here is we're pushing the concept of the marine, forward using visual art. It's no news that over 50% of the world, it's water. and we get our oxygen, over 50% of the oxygen humans breathe. So it's important how we take care of the waters. It's important for us to understand that we leave footprints on the waters no matter what we do. So this is a movement, I like to call it a movement, that is pro the maritime industry, essentially to use visual art to educate people, to open our eyes more to what the industry entails and how it actually affects us, no matter how far away from the water we live, and how we should be disposed to it. So here today you're going to be seeing us display the riches of the industry in terms of various varieties, from the ports to coastal communities. You're going to see us today display River Niger, so people who have not even been there can actually see the wealth of what we have. So there's so much that will be going on here today.
The gathering features a live painting session by Ekene Ngige, an artist who specializes in working with coffee, and this is the first time he will be working on a concept that is linked to the riverine area.
I am actually painting a little girl in a canoe in a very flooded area of Lagos, and I'm trying to use this medium to show the beauty of these places that we seem to avoid sometimes. Most of us admire these places from the bridge. We try to avoid going so close. But the truth is, no matter the situation, there is a positive aesthetic to every area in Lagos. Be it the flooded areas, be it the very poor areas, there is something aesthetic about their nature, and this is one of the beautiful ones I decided to paint on.
The message in this exhibition is also key, as a lot of countries in Africa are surrounded by water.
There is a lot to say about this work, but some of them speak very personal to me. Some of them took my mind back to the village, because I saw images that look like what it used to be back at home, where we had these flying boats carrying people around in our local environment. And seeing that in Lagos made a lot of sense to me, because the water transportation here in Lagos is not really something that is known or that is really patronized as such. So it's a way of really telling people or creating awareness that this is another means through which people can travel around. And some other works, like the one with the tortoise, I was able to meet the artist to interact with her about the piece, and she was talking about how they saw the tortoise and the help the tortoise to get back into the water. So she spoke to me about how we should protect these creatures that are going to extinction. So it's not about all the time eating all the creatures, but we also have a responsibility to protect these sea creatures. So caring for the water, caring for the animals and the fishes that live in them, it's something that is everybody's responsibility.
Right there on the boat, we have the concept narrating a kind of connection between the shipping, that is maritime, and art. So, and the title of the work is known as Togetherness. So that is what we have on that. Over there on the boat, we have some dotted line connecting all together. So the dot is talking about the oneness of the artworks. That is people coming up together to share in each other's joy and pain, and looking up to thriving with that also in the community.
That beauty is revealed in the over 50 works of art, from paintings to pictures to mixed media, which have been showcased in this exhibition.
Even time will concur. Looking at the night, it looks like it'll not be bright, but it away to give way for the day. The clock starts ticking, leaving you organizing. Then the date you check to be on deck. Walking patiently in the process is having endurance for the promise to your destination if you are in the right direction. Chichi Alinta.
I just love the way they arranged some of the pieces in that exhibition. To our wordsmith, Chichi, who is encouraging everyone to use their time wisely. Okay, let's take a moment now. ArtHouse returns with more. Do stay with us.
Still to come on ArtHouse.
These massive works of art have been created by an artist for his solo show. And these are the works of art you sent in this week. Let's begin your works of art with this piece done by Disturbing Art Official with acrylic on canvas. It's titled, Have You Heard? Then Tomiwa Adelagun has Smile, an oil, ink and digital painting. For the Love of Cats is a work by Modern Art. Then this Waste to Wealth piece is done by Jibola Ajuwon. It's titled Ilu Cluster Series. It's the third in the series. And Achike Anayo has The Union is Dicey. It's a mixed media work. My Country, My Pride is an acrylic on canvas work done by Victor Oyedele. Then Innocent Chikeze is encouraging everyone to have a positive attitude with this acrylic on canvas work. We wrap things up with this piece done by Pius Inivora called The Enclosed Mind. I Want to Know Series 2. It's done with pen on paper. And that concludes the works of art you sent in this week. We appreciate you for sending them in and encourage you to keep them coming. Light Resolution is a solo exhibition by contemporary artist Akeem Adeleke at the National Museum in Lagos.
This solo exhibition is by Akeem Adeleke, titled Light Resolution, who began from being a figurative to a landscape painter who works on an array of media, exploring different challenges affecting the country, beginning with electricity. But in this case, he turns it to positivity.
Why the title is just that I use the lights, to prophesize in the challenges we have in Nigeria, my country, about the light challenges we have in Nigeria for now. I make my work to prophesize, and then I believe that our thought is our future. Our thought is our future, which I make my work to prophesize, which I want that to come to reality and come to pass.
To emphasize this, there's a lot of light in most of the pieces, as his curator, Matthew Yedele, and colleague, Badijo Abiodun, explain more about how this creative works and this project, which intends to inspire Nigerians to keep hope alive regardless of the situation.
I describe him as an artist whose vision is futuristic, and I call him a prophetic artist because he looks at his environment even when there is epileptic power supply, because his subject is electricity. He's very much interested in electricity as a subject in Nigeria. But when he looks at his environment, he sees that electricity is not regular.
And he has projected his works through different medium, ranging from acrylic to pastel to oil and even charcoal and pencils. Practically now, it's based on landscape. I have studied so many areas, the topography of so many areas. He has been to many places. He's a kind of artist who uses his work to address the situation around his places within the society and other places or in the country.
Besides the irregular power supply, human relationships and status symbol are part of the themes in this show, starting from the images behind the curator, which captures the artist's new direction.
It metaphorically uses light as energies that we transmit to each other, right? So in this works, it's looking at how we inspire and influence each other. That's him metaphorically using light as, okay, what do we transmit to each other? Do I inspire you when I interact with you? Do I influence you? Do I transform your life? Right? So that's what he's saying. And at the same time, resolution And that thing, which is life's evolution, is how we should be determined and how we can achieve what we set our minds to do. And that's this metaphor in using horses as forward movement, progress, and strength. That if we are determined, we will be able to achieve whatever we want to do. That's why he's saying, even though the country does not have constant electricity at the moment, he believes that it's going to happen.
Recently, we had a little discussion like is very, very concerned with the situation of electricity around the country. Like, he really want to be part of the discussion to see how we use his page to address issues, to see how he can tell people what we think will give our society, make it a habitable environment.
Art is a spiritual work. And I think that whatever you want for yourself, you paint. That story tells me about the artist that always painted a figurative, which I read. The artist always painted a woman figure backing audience. So for years, the artist couldn't get even a girlfriend. All the guests always abuse him whenever he shakes them off. So there's one curator which now told him that, can't you see, so you can never have a girlfriend, even you can't have woman coming closer to you. Can't you see the way your painting looks like? You painted a woman backing you. So they always turn your back. So I read that story and it struck my brain that if that should be the case, the way these challenges we are having in Nigeria, let me be painting with lights, which I wanted to come to reality. That's where I started painting any area in Nigeria, any state I painted it with beautiful lights, with good environment.
There's a spiritual notion that if you can see it, you can achieve it. This shines true in this futuristic artist exhibition done in collaboration with the Legacy Empire Gallery.
Very massive pieces there. Now let's give you an idea of what you'll be seeing the next time you tune in.
Next week on ArtHouse. A collaboration between Nigeria and the UK births this exhibition in Lagos titled Strength of a Woman. To the Passage of Time, a solo show by Ablade Glover at Hourglass Gallery. We encourage you to keep liking, sharing, and viewing our page so more people can enjoy the ever bubbly and ingenious art scene in the country.
Your ArtHouse experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of ArtHouse on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on ArtHouse on Channels. We're everywhere.
That's the program today. We appreciate you for always being a great company and look forward to interacting with you online on our various social media platforms. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Stay safe and keep being creative.